Hi, my name's Andrew Mohr, and welcome to our brand new 4,000 square foot flip house, and this is Operation Brown Bear. So welcome inside the Brown Bear flip house. This is our flip house of the 4-property package that we had bought. Now, the room that we are immediately standing in here, this is what would have been the living room back in the day. For us, this is actually going to be the dining room. What we're going to do is right where Dawson is standing, that's actually the kitchen behind him, and we're going to open up this doorway here just to have a little bit more flow. And with the size of the room that we're going to turn into the living room, this room is just too small. So we figured the best bet would be turned into the dining room. So in this room here, we're going to do new windows, new paint, new flooring. This ceiling we're actually going to keep. We're going to do some sort of hardwood flooring in here. We're going to tear all this junk down. This is actually green carpet, probably weighs about 50 pounds. This is some heavy duty stuff. Everything's coming out. Everything in this house is going to be brand new from the floor to the ceiling. Brand new paint, brand new trim, a lot of new doors. In terms of windows, we're only redoing the windows that are facing the street. We're gonna have 3 new windows right here, windows along the side over there, and then one in the garage as well. But anyways, if we make our way back this way here, this is the hallway, which takes us to 2 bedrooms here, the original office, and then the bathroom. So right about, I wanna say, probably right here, this is gonna be a door. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear this center column out here, and that's going to be the master bedroom. But anyways, from this hallway, we're gonna go into here. And this is the pink bathroom. So I don't know how well you can see on camera, but everything in here is pink. The pink walls, a pink toilet, pink vanity, pink tub with pink tile, everything's pink. And what we're gonna do in here is we're actually going to rip this out. Well, we're ripping everything out, but this is actually just going to be a blank wall. We might have some sort of shelving unit or something here, but it's gonna be a powder room. And that's going to be replaced, the toilet there. And then over here is actually where the vanity is gonna be at. And the reason we're doing that is because right behind Dawson, that's where the new master bath is going to be installed. This is going to be a powder room, just in case when guests are over, if they need to go to the bathroom, they can. Over in here, this is the first bedroom. As you can see, it's actually a really nice hardwood floor. They covered it with carpet for some reason, and it got trashed. What we're going to do in here is probably some sort of LVT hardwood flooring type situation. But if you look at this wall here, this whole section is going to be gone. It's just going to be one big room. This is going to all be cut out. So the bed's probably going to be placed over, I'd say, in this section here, just because if we make our way over into the next bedroom here, this whole area here, this is all going to be a walk-in closet from here over. And then somewhere in here, we're actually going to have a door that takes us into the master bath, which is what the original office was. In here, nothing spectacular. Like I said, it's just going to be one big flowing room. This door right here, this is actually going to be filled in. We're going to get rid of that because this actually takes you out to what the new living room is going to be. And we figured due to privacy, and plus there's going to be a closet in front of it where we've got to fill that in. If we backtrack a little bit here, this is what the new master bath is going to be. There's going to be a shower here, vanity, then a toilet there with some cupboards. These 3 doors, the door there, this door, and then that door, all going to be filled in. And then this is just going to strictly be the master bath with a door somewhere in there leading to the master bedroom. You can see in here, they actually left the green carpeting that used to be out in the living room, or really throughout the entire house, I think. If we make our way into here, walking into the kitchen, this wall here is actually going to be shrunk down a little bit. So like I said at the beginning, we're going to, I don't know, probably right where the opening to this fridge is right here. That'll all be opened up. We're gonna probably raise this up just a little bit, and then that'll take you into the dining room. Making our way here before we show you the rest of the kitchen. This is the garage. So for the garage section of the house, that is really the major downside of this house. So the house is 4,065 square foot, meaning it is a massive, massive house. And with that, you only get a 1-stall garage. Now the garage door is going to be replaced. We're going to do a black or white one. The window is also going to be replaced. The door will probably just keep, but the city won't let us add another garage on just because it goes too far over into the Cat's Cradle house, which is our new construction home. So yeah, that is the major downside of this actual house, is just the 1-stall garage. With that being said, you can see it's kind of like Dr. Seuss, like Edward Scissorhands themed. It's blue floor, blue walls. If we turn around, but you can see with all the polka dots and just the color scheme, it's definitely vintage, definitely like a time capsule almost. But right here, these are the stairs that take you down to the basement, from which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. But anyways, back into the kitchen here. So this right here is going to be the new island area. We're gonna have a sink somewhere in this area. And then all this is all coming out day one. Day one, that is our project. We're gonna tear everything down. We're actually gonna push this wall back. So if we go around here, I'll show you just what we're talking about. Probably to about, I don't know, probably right in here, there's going to be a wall that moves this kitchen all the way over to here. And the reason we're doing that is with this size of a house, we do need a bigger kitchen. And if we come in here, the kitchen will eventually come to probably about right here. And then we're gonna have another wall coming over here. And then this is going to be the kitchen. This is going to be a mudroom. So there's gonna be a wall here as well. As you can see, this is a massive sunroom. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna leave the sunroom on the back side of that wall. We're just gonna put a door in over here. And as you can see, this was definitely an add-on due to the slide up window over there and then these slider windows here. So this window right here is probably where the door is going to be at. This vanity section here, this is gonna be ripped out due to the new kitchen placement. We've gotta move all the plumbing back because right through here in the middle, this is all going to be ripped out, like I said. So we got to move all that plumbing back. All that plumbing goes upstairs for the drainage. It's the 3-inch tubes. And then over here, we're looking at the new living room space. In the living room, we have a balcony. And the balcony actually doesn't meet code. I would show you it, but we actually were told not to walk on it because it's very unsafe. And there's a balcony there and then another one upstairs. And here, we're doing all new flooring. It's going to be some sort of hardwood flooring, new paint. We got to fill all this drywall in that's been cut out due to mold. Over here, we're looking at installing a new fireplace. This is going to be shiplap most likely with an electronic fireplace down in there that will have hardwired in. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this room. It's a big living room. This post here, this beam, support beam, we're going to cover this with wood, some sort of wood lapping. Right there, those are the stairs upstairs. We don't plan on doing a whole lot to that. We'll just clean that up, make it look better, get rid of this big sheet of glass. And then behind these stairs, it's actually the basement. And then that door that we're gonna fill in for the master bedroom. Making our way upstairs here, we're looking at 2 beds, 2 baths with a big kids play area or living room type section. Now this first room here, this is a bedroom. Now on both sides of the house here, it's just a mirrored replica. And upstairs here, we plan on keeping a lot of it the same. I mean, upstairs is in really good shape. All the trim is new, all the doors are new. The carpet in the bedrooms we're actually going to keep. We can clean them up, make it look nice again. We're gonna repaint everything. In the ceilings, you're gonna see that there's cracks everywhere. The people who did the drywall originally did a terrible job of lining up the seams. So we gotta fill all those in and they're in the walls as well. But other than that, for the most part, upstairs is in really good shape. In here, this is the walk-in closet. Definitely good size, little small width-wise, but for the most part, it's a phenomenal walk-in closet. In here, we've got a bathroom, and I really dislike this, but upstairs, they actually have raised bathrooms due to the plumbing below it. I understand why they did it. I don't like the looks of it, especially for a newer house. And then both bathrooms are the same. This tub, we're gonna take this out. We're gonna put a new white one in. Right now, it's like that creme de la creme, like tannish color. Very old, vintage looking with the brass fixtures. We're looking at a new toilet as well for the vanity right here. We're gonna just repaint it white, put a new countertop on it, get rid of this. In here, we're not doing tile on the floors. We're actually just gonna do LVT. This was a jet tub. Yeah. So this pretty much wraps up this section of the house. We're going to go out into the main living room now. This is a massive room. And what we're going to do with this room is we're actually going to add another bedroom down there just to kind of shrink it up over here, just to have a kids play area. Our original thought was in this corner here, we were going to put like an office area or something like that. But we figured it's going to look too blocky up here and it's just not going to have the correct flow. So we're not going to do that. But in here, what we're going to do is we're going to cut all the carpet down until we get to that bedroom section down there. And this is all going to be hardwood floor. As you can see here, I was telling you about those cracks in the ceiling. This crack goes all the way down here. There's another one here that goes all the way down. Then we're actually looking at cracks in the walls as well. Right there, we've got the door that takes you out to the second balcony. Again, not safe to walk on, otherwise I'd show you. Right here, probably right about where that vent is at over, there's actually gonna be a little hallway that takes you into the bathroom of this bedroom. And the reason we're doing that is because since we're putting another bedroom in over here and a living room area over here, they need to have access to that bathroom without going through a bedroom. So we're gonna do that. We're also going to take out this vanity here, cover all that back up. And this third bedroom here is actually, probably going to come from right here over. There's going to be a door here, a wall, and then it's going to cut over to there. And then in that back corner there, we're going to have the closet. If we make our way into the second bedroom here, you're going to see it is a complete replica of the other side. We're going to keep the carpet in here, repaint, all the trim's still in phenomenal condition. But this closet here, we're actually going to cut down to probably about right in here. And then that's where that hallway into this bathroom is going to be. Now in here, I don't know what they were originally thinking, but I mean, you really got to reach up there for those hangers. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But in here, this is the other bathroom. You're going to see, again, it's identical to the other one. The same mirror, the same vanity, the same toilet, same tub, and everything's being ripped out. They actually did leave behind the glass panels for the tub, so we might actually be able to reuse those because they are in good shape, never been used, still in the packaging. So we are going to save a little bit of money on that. But for the most part, everything in here is coming out except for the vanity. We're just going to repaint and do a new countertop. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up this entire upstairs. Now we will make our way down into the basement. So from the living room, we have the entrance into the basement. For the most part, these walls here are actually in good condition. Just needs to be painted over and textured. The stairs will probably do some sort of carpet on, and that door is actually an exterior door that will replace. And you're going to see a lot of exterior windows and doors down here just because this is all add-on to the house. A lot of this has just been added on to increase their hoarding storage. There is a window right here from which I very much dislike that sticks out from the stairs. It looks awful. I don't know what our plans are with it yet because it's going to be a doozy to try to replace that. But anyways, coming down these stairs, what you're looking at right here, this is eventually going to be an opening. This is going to be a door, and this is actually going to be filled in right here. And the reason we're doing that is because this is the utility room. This is almost like an apartment living section of the house. And then over here, we've got the bar, the washroom, and then an office area. So it's going to open up to here and here. And then we're actually, I think, going to leave that door going into the utility room from over here. So this is the utility room. Not a lot to say about it. I mean, it's a utility room. All this is coming out. All this junk's coming out. All those paint cans. There's more paint cans underneath there. Furnace is going to need replaced. It's got 2 water heaters over there. I think both of them are fairly newer. It's got a newer panel for electrical, big box of blinds. That's all going. For the most part, just a utility room. Nothing special. This window right here, this was that window I was telling you about on the stairs. I don't know what to do with it since that there are bricks and it's part of the original foundation. So there's a window here. This will probably be filled in, or I shouldn't say probably, it's going to be filled in. And this door here actually leads us outside from where we're going to go now. So making our way outside, you see that it opens up into a patio section. I mean, we really don't plan on doing a whole lot back here in terms of this patio area. Up in here, we got to add a 6-inch beam just to make it up to code and make it safe to walk on. But over here, you're going to see that we have a storage hut. This is all going to be bulldozed. And if you didn't see the other video of the Cat's Cradle house over there, the new construction home, we have people bulldozing everything back here. So this storage shed here, that's going to be taken down. This 2-stall garage over here is also going to be taken down. That stump's going to be taken down. These trees are all going to be removed. And then this is all just going to be grass back in here. If you haven't seen the other videos, what we did was there's a duplex over there that we had bought. We bought this big 3-stall garage right here, which we're going to show you here in a bit. And then we bought that white house right over there, which you can't see from there. But if you come back here, looking at the house from this angle, you can definitely see how big this house actually is. I mean, like I said, it's a 4,000 square foot home. Those are the 2 balconies that I was telling you about. They could potentially be very nice. You'd add some string lights on there, do whatever. Here, we got to tear this down because it's all rotted through. And on top of that, there's no reason for it. There's no way to get back here. There's no driveway. The original owner said that they actually just like stored like trash and stuff in there. So, I mean, they didn't even throw their trash away. It went in there. Back here, that was all trash bags. But yeah, anyways, that pretty much wraps up the outside area. So from here, we will go back inside into the apartment side of the house. This is what I'm calling the apartment section of the house, because that's the best way to describe it. It's all unfinished. Whether it was an add-on or not, I don't understand the window in the middle of these walls. This window here, again, part of the original foundation. We're gonna try to fill that in. I don't know if it's gonna be possible to. It's gonna be a lot of work, and due to our time frame, it's gonna be difficult, but I think we're gonna try to get to it. Then behind that door, that's where the door coming in is going to be at, and then that door is gonna be for the utility room. But over here, we're looking at what's probably gonna be the living room section for this little add-on. Back over here, we're gonna have a little kitchenette set up. We're gonna have a sink just because they have plumbing for it, plumbed out of this bathroom. We're gonna have some cabinets and then maybe an opening for a fridge or something like that. I don't know yet. But anyways, from there, this is the bathroom, and this door we're gonna keep. We're gonna keep this door here, but we're gonna fill the door in back there. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. But right here, you're gonna have a toilet, a tub, and then a vanity over here. We actually just had our plumber over to look at this, and he told us all this plumbing was done wrong and that it had to be redone. Again, this little area doesn't look like a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of work. We got to have all brand new electrical in here, all brand new drywall, new plumbing, HVAC system, everything. This is going to be kind of a money pit, this area here, I think. Making our way into here. So in here in this big jumbled up mess, there is going to be another wall somewhere for another room. But back in here, this is actually going to be a bedroom. So probably from right here over, this is all going to be kind of like an L-shaped bedroom back in here. Like I had said, that door right there is going to be filled in. And the reason for that is we're actually going to have a closet right here for that bedroom. Down here, they do have more plumbing for stuff over here. So I don't know what their original intentions were with this, to why you would need plumbing going out that way and plumbing coming out this way. That really doesn't serve a purpose. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this. Making our way into here, this is actually a very cool bar area. None of this is gonna stay other than the patterned walls. What our intentions are here is back here, we're actually going to remove this bar, put a new bar in that's more modern, new backsplash or whatever. This pool table, as cool as it is, it's gotta go. It's in rough shape. It's all molded over, torn apart. Back here, this is the door to the garage where it takes you upstairs. Dawson, he's going to wrap around here, and you can see that the theme of the Dr. Seuss Edward Scissorhands continues with the green polka dots on a blue door. Very cool stuff. Now, if we make our way this way here, you're going to see that they have two tiki guys on the wall, which I really like. I think this room is phenomenal. From there, we're looking at a very cool vintage fireplace. As much as I want to keep it, it's not going to fit that modern look that we're going for, so it's got to go. Definitely not going to see another one of these again, I don't think. But anyways, the coolest part of this room is this indoor rock garden area. It looks like something out of a Mexican restaurant or Elvis Presley's Jungle Room, but it's very, very cool. They used to have a water fountain in it. I don't think it still works, but just the lights alone, the tannish wall with the fake greenery would have been very cool back in the day. This window, like I said, don't know if we're going to fill that in or not. But anyways, into here, this is the washroom. And the washroom is the only one that actually has power that works. And in here, we don't plan on doing a whole lot in this room. It's a very disgusting room. So what we're going to do is we're just going to repaint everything. All this has got to come off just because it doesn't meet code and it's all the flaking paint. But yeah, for the most part in here, we'll probably tear that out. That's not even hooked up. There's no hookup even for it, and it's a sink. So we'll tear that out. Back in there, we've got a storage section. Nothing too important. We've got a shower in here that's in pretty rough shape. But again, we're just going to add some new paint because new paint can go a long ways, especially in a room like this. You just add some white paint, some black paint to the ceiling, maybe even hide some stuff, and it'll look pretty good. But from there, we do have one room left down here in the basement. It's almost cabin themed, this room. It's wood walls, a nice original fireplace. So in here, we've got the gun safe, which they have a little slide out drawer to do all your gun repairs. They still have shotgun shells down in there. We've got the original fireplace. Then you can see up on the ceiling here, it looks like plywood, but it's not. I'm not even sure what it is. It's like plywood paneling, but it's like particle board almost. I don't know how to describe it, but that's all coming down. We've got some pretty cool chandeliers over here. Definitely fits that wooden theme. Wood paneling walls. All this is just going to be cleaned out. All the flooring is going to be taken out. Not a whole lot done in here. It's just going to be cleaned up and look modern. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the entire basement here. We're going to go next door into our new storage garage, kind of walk you through that. And then from there, we're going to talk about the numbers of this entire project. So without further ado, we'll make our way over to the garage. Okay, so standing outside of what we call the hangar, our 3-stall business garage, you can see it's in pretty rough shape. So overall, what we're going to do here is all these brown shingles. I think we're going to go with a black metal roof or a dark gray metal roof. We're going to put white siding all around it. That big satellite up there, that's coming down. If you didn't see the Cat's Cradle video, I talked about a bunch of tires. Over here is where they pulled out 156 tires to throw away. And then over here, you can actually see it now that the snow has melted. This is all cat litter. This isn't dirt. This is all cat litter. Up against this wall here, they used to have exotic cats. I don't know what that meant by any means. This is all going to be torn out. None of this is going to stay here. All of it's going to be gone. But anyways, let's make our way into this garage. Okay, so the garage door that we just entered through, that's going to be filled in. So essentially, the previous owners, they had a driveway that went back to that garage so they could pull through and go down into it if they needed. Couldn't get to it because there's so much trash in the yard. The city made them clean all that up. Took 2 years. But anyways, this is going to be filled in. This is going to be like the main entrance. We're going to replace that. And as I mentioned, it's a 3-staller, so we got 3 garage doors. All of them are going to be replaced, probably to a black finish type garage door. Over here, you can see we do have water hookup in here, electrical, newer panel. Doesn't work right now. We've actually got a gas hookup right there as well. This yellow cord was the electrical. It's been ripped, as you can see, but that actually goes all the way over into that greenish brown garage there. But yeah, this is 1/3 of the garage. These stairs, we're not going to go up there because there's nothing to be seen up there. It's dark. There's no light. There's nothing. But it's just stairs up into a little storage area above us here. Concrete-wise, everything is very, very good. All these walls, we're just going to leave. We're not going to do anything fancy with it. Down the road in the future, I would like to have a bar or something set up over here, just a hangout spot for the guys. guys. And the only thing that we kept from that house was actually sitting on this pallet. I already took them home. There was a big box of vintage Playboys. I think there was like 30 some in there. So that was the only thing we kept. That was the only thing cool to keep. Alrighty, so making our way into the second half of the garage, we've got a bigger section here where you could you could park a dump truck in here. I mean, it's definitely high enough. But this is probably where we'll store like the Mustang, all sorts of random stuff. I don't know, just stuff for the business. But if you look up here, you've got another balcony that cuts across. And up there, it's just nothing but wood, siding, gutters, a bunch of random stuff. We're going to throw away some more blinds there. Back corner, there's probably like 20 old doors that we're going to throw away as well. They've got a ladder there, or you could take the stairs from that room, but you got to crawl through a very tight cubby hole up there. Really not ideal for getting across. I mean, I did it yesterday and it's not fun at all. But all this right here, this has all been damaged by water, as you can tell by this wall here and right over here. This is all water damage, so that's all going to have to be fixed and replaced, and everything in that corner is going to be taken out. Really not a whole lot is going to be done on the actual inside of this place. It's just mainly the outside, the garage doors, just really cleaning it up, making it look nice. And yeah, eventually down the road, I do expect for this to be like, as we continue to grow in our business and everything like that, this is going to be a pretty cool hangout spot. This is kind of, I want this to be a place where all of us guys can get together, hang out, shoot the shit, just have a good time, smoke some cigars, drink some beer, have a good time. So that's later on down the road. But anyways, that pretty much wraps up both tours of the brown house and this 3-staller. And yeah, now we are going to work our way into talking about the numbers of everything. And from there, that'll be the end of the video. All right, so just to work through some numbers with you guys here, I've got my little cheat sheet here. There's too many numbers for me to memorize. But overall, the garage that we're staying in right now, that was $15,000. And from there, we're going to put an additional $12,000 into it. So that's the garage doors, that's the siding, that's partial bulldozing, new garage doors, garage door openers, all that stuff. Overall, we're looking at a $27,000 investment just for the business here. And the way we have it tied up right now is it's originally tied to that brown house. We're actually going to tie it over into the white duplex that's right next door. That way we can actually keep it. The city wouldn't allow us to just keep it as its own separate parcel. What we got to do is we got to transfer it from the brown house over into the duplex. And then that way, since we're keeping the duplex because we get the monthly income through rent, that way we can actually keep this and use it. So we'll probably keep it, I'd say 5 to 7 years before we actually sell this whole package deal. Or with the selling of this brown house, let's say the people want more garages, well, then we could potentially sell this, but then we would upcharge on the backside for this, since that there is only one garage over there. So now talking about the brown house over there, we spent $187,500 just for the house alone. Now for the repairs, we're looking at about $153,335. So that is entirely just for remodeling that house, getting everything up to code, filling in walls, paint, flooring, the new kitchen. I mean, everything. That puts us at a grand total of $340,835. We're looking at a sales price of roughly, give or take, $439,900, which gives us a nice profit of $99,065. But anyways, that wraps up both of the property walkthroughs here. I hope you guys did enjoy. I do not know yet how many videos we're actually going to film. We're going to document everything. So you're going to see all the changes that have been made to that house. So this is kind of a before and after kind of video. But if you are new here, all the previous content, that's over and done with. We are strictly doing real estate investing, kind of entrepreneurship based videos now. So if that kind of content does intrigue you, be sure to subscribe. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. And if you could definitely hit that subscribe button, it'd mean a lot to us. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. As I mentioned in the last video as well, we're kind of new to this field of filming real estate. So bear with us. Over time, we're going to upgrade equipment. Things are going to be higher production. So videos are decent now, but they're going to be really good farther on down the road. So again, if this kind of stuff intrigues you, stay tuned, because we're going to film everything that is done to all of our properties on this block. And with all that being said, and having all that been said, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Dreezy. Peace out.